Andrew's looking like really freaked out. He feels like he's on Fear Factor type of shit.
Yeah, bro, this is like some straight up
This is like
Fear Factor
scallops,
shit,
scallops.
It's like,
You don't need to swallow it. You can just chew it. If you don't like it, spit it out.
just chew
lah.
it. Just chew. Eat it, bro. No, don't swallow it. Then
Whoa, what the fuck, bro?
no, bite it.
Why can't I swallow it?
If you
I swallowed it before, bro. I didn't die.
Welcome back to
Yamcha
session. All right, so today we have Chester, who is the owner of Scoby, right? If you guys are wondering where's the shop located,
Scoby space, right?
Scoby.
Yeah, Scoby Coffee and Booch.
Oh, Scoby Coffee and Booch.
Yeah, so it's located at Murni at Bukit Jalil.
Yes.
Yeah, it's actually in the same row of Murni. It's
okay,
beside the Mama of Sultan. Impossible to miss. Parking everywhere, right? So very good place, right?
Only parking gets messed up only like towards Murni.
Yes.
But at that side, I think still okay.
You still park behind this.
That's
True. Behind
parking.
Parking issue, no problem, man. I
And you
think
don't
that's
have to pay for it.
that's the best part. Yeah, that is the best part. Yeah.
I'm sold, you know?
Okay, wait. So before we start, right? How do you guys know each other first? Like you and
okay,
Poighai.
so-
I call him Poighai because like I've known him since high school. So I know you address him as Sarah, right? So we call him Poighai, so just excuse that for the podcast.
But it's still my name, by the way.
It's still his name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Speak nearer.
So I know Chester because last week we went for a recording. Calvin is the one who contacted him. Then we went there to see whether the food can eat or not. You know, that's essentially our prime goal. So if you want to know whether can eat or not, you should check it out. So maybe in 2 weeks from now the video will be out.
Oh,
right?
okay. Cool,
Well, it's a
cool.
pretty, and it was a very good experience, I would say. Sorry about that,
Bro.
It wasn't the cutlery, bro. It was the
It was the phone. Okay, so he's so silent.
Yeah, just double checking.
So that's how I got to know him, and then he introduced me to this drink called kombucha.
Also, it was your first time.
It was my first time drinking kombucha.
Really?
Interesting.
It was my first time. Yeah, like,
Shit.
cool.
Bob his virginity, bro. His
And bro, not only that, besides
Scoby.
drinking, I ate that stuff too.
Which is kind of weird.
Yes, but I asked him, can eat or not? He said, yeah, can. Because I thought it'd be like poisonous or whatever, you know?
Edible.
Edible,
Definitely
but it
edible.
was a very good experience. And then, I'm like, hey, I think you should come to the podcast, you know?
Just because of that piece
Because,
of Scoby.
no, I think it's just because of that piece of Kobe and kombucha in general. Like something new for me. I really then
it's
I took one kombucha back home so I can drink.
Right.
Bugger, my cousin sister took it and drinking. bro.
So you didn't get to drink.
I didn't get to drink the kombucha.
That's quite
back then.
sad.
But
But it's
of course
okay.
I drank during the shoot lah. But
Sisters brought
I
some
think it's
first.
very well known within the younger community.
What?
Bro, my
Yeah,
cousin
I'm inclined to agree with you.
Wait, didn't
I
you
think-
have kombucha in the US?
I personally did, but I think in general it appeals to a younger, healthier, wealthier segment.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
definitely.
I think that's the stereotype.
How does the kombucha in US taste like to you?
Personally, I think it tastes the same.
Yes, ah.
Or very similar.
Try first. You try first.
Personally lah, but this is coming from someone who has close to zero expertise in this domain.
That's fine. No, it's fine.
I used to hate kombucha in the US. I remember
interesting.
I was like 19 or 20 at the time. I'm 28 I'm 29. Fuck, I just turned 29 like a couple of weeks ago. Okay, so I was sitting next to a guy named Ryan in the US, and he's
Okay.
like this really good looking guy. Looks like Ryan Reynolds, but then again, every Ryan looks good.
Okay.
Then after that, so Ryan was drinking from those military flask. It looks like
Like
he's
whiskey
drinking whiskey,
inside.
and he was drinking in class. And then the lecturer was like, "You're not supposed to drink in class." It's like, "No, it's kombucha." And I'm like, "What's kombucha?" So at the time, my ex really loved kombucha as well. So she introduced it to me. I drank it straight speed. I threw away the whole bottle. I'm like, dude, this is gross as shit.
Okay.
However, when I came back to Malaysia, then I went to a cafe. I forgot which one. They sold kombucha. I don't think they made it. So I had it. And I was like, wow, this is pretty good. And it was sweet. So maybe I'm inclined to the sweet one. And then that's when I started like trying multiple types. Like I had Pat's kombucha. I don't know whether you've heard of it.
Pat's kombucha. No. Oh.
He's a friend of mine from Seremban, although I've never met him.
Oh, Pat's. P-A-T-S.
yeah, Pat,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
I was
Oh,
thinking
you know
like
Pat?
Pat's kombucha. What?
PET is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh, do you know Pat? Do you know Pat?
I know
competitor,
him
bro, of course lah.
online lah.
It's a community, ma. The kombucha.
Correct.
It's a community. Yeah. So he found out that I also drank it. I also tried several from QRA.
Wonder Brew, Wow,
yeah,
Cha-Cha, all
Yeah.
those.
Well, again, I have no clue what.
I don't know, but I just
Interesting. But it's very difficult to get into because if you drink the wrong one first, like really extreme sour one,
Correct.
It turns you off.
That's what happens to most of the people.
what should we expect when we are drinking kombucha?
First thing first off, I think it will be the fizziness. It needs to have a very balanced fizziness where it doesn't spike your throat, but it doesn't go completely flat. Because
flat is worse actually.
Yeah, flat is worse. Imagine like you're drinking like juice with tea. Like the combination of juice and tea without the fizziness, then it will be like,
it's worse. It's like drinking beer without the fizziness.
Correct,
that's how bad it is.
Correct.
If it's flat.
That's quite bad. Yeah,
it's quite
So
bad.
that's what, First thing first off, the fizziness.
But I after that I started liking kombucha. Then after that I started drinking. Then I started like buying like multiple bottles at home.
Right.
I tried to make it because Pat sent me some Scoby, and I was like, I want to do it. Then I'm like, fuck it, I'm too lazy. Because you have to sanitize a lot. It's a lot of cleaning.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. Like you have to take care of it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What is Scoby?
It's the
shop
floaty,
name.
floaty thing.
Yeah, what's Scoby?
Yeah, no, I actually thought it was the name of the store.
Yeah, it's actually a short form name, you know. But I don't remember what's the long form.
what is Scoby?
Scientific Scooby something.
What scientific? Symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. That's like the whole.
It's an acronym.
It's an acronym, bro.
Oh, interesting.
I see.
Symbiotic. Actually, how did you came into the kombucha business?
Like this is
based on the NAS video.
This is very long answers.
You got time, bro. There's a
Right.
podcast.
Okay.
Go for it.
All right. Should I actually just start off like how do I actually get into?
Yeah, man.
all these
Actually, like
things, right?
I know you were
Anything,
in
bro.
finance, right? Prior to
Yeah.
this.
So
You can
I
start with
was doing finance and management in my bachelor, and then I was doing like barista in Sydney, basically. So
Yeah.
the first time I actually had like kombucha, it was during the days where I was in Sydney. Okay. So the first impression to kombucha, it was actually really really bad because I saw this thing. It was like, oh, kombucha, quite interesting, something new.
Quite cool.
Yeah, quite cool. It's something that I never seen before. So I had it like one bottle because my cafe back in Sydney actually sells kombucha, right?
Okay.
So I just grabbed one bottle and then I'm like drinking it with my food okay. Then I actually find it too fizzy. Like I can't even like solo it. It was.
It was
like
too sour as well.
No, it wasn't sour. Not so much about sour, but it's just the fizziness. It's a
okay.
bit too much. Where it spikes my throat. So like it doesn't go well with the food itself. Like, it's like you're trying to get something to just smoothen your throat and stuff like that. That's something else that's like a lot of spike.
Very intense.
So basically, I didn't even finish that bottle of like kombucha. So that was how bad it is like back in Australia. So when I come back to Malaysia last year, 2020.
You just came back last year.
Correct.
Jesus.
I was there for 2 years basically.
Okay.
Yeah, I came back last year. So that was the second time I was introduced to kombucha
Okay.
So I had like kombucha in this cafe called Sunday Coffee and Cakes.
Oh yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
Bro, that's actually where I had my kombucha.
Oh yeah, did you?
Oh really?
Okay.
That was my reintroduction to it,
Right.
and I was like, shit, this is pretty good.
Right. So yeah, that's what happened to me also. So because last year when I got back, it was like MCO thingy, right?
Yeah.
And then I was actually the first batch who got quarantined.
Oh
last year.
shit.
Oh damn.
Correct. So after I came out, I was like, oh, I got really nothing to do. Then I drank the kombucha at Sunday. I was like, oh shit, this thing is
Shit
really
is
good.
good.
It's really different from the one I had in Australia.
Yeah.
So I talked to the barista, and then the barista start telling me like how it's like a living beverage. It's not just your regular.
Did they do it themselves?
Yeah,
do it
they have it
Okay.
themselves. In fact, my first Scoby is actually from Sunday.
Oh shit.
Yeah, correct.
So
So
you took their Scoby.
yeah, correct. I took
Okay.
their Scoby and then I start brewing at home. So that's how the whole thing started, basically.
I think a bit of context for people who are listening, right? So Scoby is kind of like this gelatinous layer that looks like it's like a jelly, like a pizza jelly, right?
Chennai?
It's about like 5 inches in like I don't know.
It depends on the bottle, right?
It depends on how
On
long
the
you
flask.
actually ferment. I have like this steak at home where I ferment it for like 3 months already. Because I leave it there, I didn't bother to go and rebrew the whole thing. So it would just keep on growing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you just keep on getting bigger and bigger.
And then what happened to them? Just grow?
Or just
It just
let
grows,
it grow.
bro. It just let it grow, bro.
Then
But basically, you
then
can
you can
use
have
that.
it.
You can eat. Yeah, bro.
yeah.
You need to eat that stuff like this.
But basically, it's the foundation to many of the kombucha flavors. So what you do is you basically mix tea. So it's usually black tea with some sugar, some water, and then like a flavor, which is like, I don't know, watermelon, whatever, right? Then you just mix it, then you let it ferment. The problem is that if it's not clean, then it develops this like, I don't know, what was like the thing that floats.
The mole.
Yeah,
the black
and then
thing, is
it goes bad lah.
No, it's something that okay, so Mo actually looks something that is like a bit hairy. So you got a bit
like a floating hair.
Yeah. It's just very weird. Like you can tell straight up like when you see it.
And you know it's not so good. And it won't be fizzy, it'll just be
you just go bad like basically you can't use it the whole culture, the whole batch will be going to sing lah. Yeah.
So how do you ferment this stuff?
So basically,
just chunk together.
So basically, you need first thing first off. Actually, you don't need the Scoby to start off. You actually need the kombucha culture.
Okay.
So basically, it's the liquid that has the bacteria and the yeast inside. So that's where you actually.
It's a liquid. It's a liquid.
Yeah, correct. It's a liquid. So the Scoby is just like a bypass product of like after your fermentations. Okay. But technically what the Scoby does is actually help to prevent the water from like dehydrating. Because like you leave it for like 14 days to like 20 days. Your water, if you just put a cup of water there, then it will just dry off.
It'll become a cup.
Yeah. So basically what the Scoby does is that it prevents it from drying off lah. Okay.
I see. So the Scoby will develop because of that lah. After a while you mix that liquid.
Basically bacteria is the one who actually developed the Scoby, and then yeast is the one who does the fermentation. So that's why it's always a combination of bacteria and yeast.
I see.
So when yeast consumes sugar, then it will release the carbonation and also your ethanol. So that's where you get your alcoholic there. Yeah.
Wow. You can get red by drinking kombucha.
So Malay people cannot drink this lah.
By right. I mean, depends what type of Malay you are.
But it's totally like, I don't know, it's like natural, right?
I don't know.
I mean, alcohol is natural, Drew. But sake is natural.
But also, like, the alcohol content, it's like less than 3%. So I don't think like people really... Unless you ferment for a very long time, then you will go over 3%. But the one in commercial or like the one people who sell generate in market, people just try to control and make sure it's really below than 3%.
But I've gotten red drinking kombucha before.
Yeah. Actually, a couple of my friends did also.
That means they're weak as shit lah.
Yeah.
I'm quite weak, bro. I'm not even gonna fucking. No, man. I'm a weak ass person who knows alcohol.
So this is a combination of tea, sugar, water, yeast,
And the flavor.
The flavor and the kombucha foundation. I don't know what you call it.
Okay, so
liquid.
That liquid.
This kombucha, so like the first, that's like first ferment kombucha and second ferment kombucha.
Okay.
Ooh.
So first ferment kombucha, basically you just need your culture, your tea, your water, and your sugar. No, don't shake it, it will burst.
Bro, it'll burst, bro. It's carbonation, bro.
There's literally a sticker that says that.
Don't shake.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, you were saying?
Okay, so that's the first fermentation. Where it's raw lah, it's not flavored, so it's raw kombucha. So when you see kombucha in the market, there's like so many flavors in there. Basically, it's always double ferment. So basically, when we are done with first ferment, we'll transfer into like a bottles, or some people just chuck their flavors straight into the first ferment tank. So it depends on like how you ferment. It will result like different type of kombucha also lah. Okay.
What's that?
I don't know why I saw Chok's name.
Okay.
Sure, what the fuck? Why?
Okay.
Sorry.
So so when you do your second fermentation, that's where all the flavors comes in lah. So I think in like the European countries, a lot of people actually like it raw. It's like just very sour, extreme that type of kombucha. But when it comes to, I mean, at least to my
local market,
my opinions lah. Okay, I feel like people in Malaysia, they're more used to
the flavors.
It needs to be more friendly, beginner friendly.
Yes.
So that's where all the flavors introduced.
That's why we go Sunday and then we like it.
Technically, yes,
it's true.
You see, some places sell raw kombucha, and then it's like raw and seasonal kombucha. So
the raw is so cow, bro.
Yeah. The raw is like
it's like vinegar.
Gao. Yeah.
It's basically
correct, something like that.
It's basically vinegar, bro.
It tastes like the Scoby then, right?
Yeah. Oh, I actually didn't let you try the culture. Yeah, actually you can drink that culture.
Oh, this is the OG one,
but this flavor. One, this is the OG one. But I topped it up with a little bit with the new batch.
Later we try.
Later you guys try. So that's the raw kombucha. So like the bottle here, it's actually double fermented. So we got your flavors in it, basically. That's how it works.
Let's get a live feedback.
Sure.
And
I actually like the original one.
That's how you shake it.
I actually really scared it pops, but I think
you just hold down the cap.
Don't pop your wine.
Alright, that's how you open. Like like my kombucha lah. You just basically open like that. You hold the cap, you twist the bottle.
Hold up, bro.
No. You hold the cap, you twist the bottle. Okay, you hold the cap, you twist the bottle, and then so like it doesn't fire off. So you just hold it one side and then
Yep, you gotta hold it. There you go. Well, Andrew's like,
I think
damn.
I did it wrongly, so
That's fine. I think
Okay,
yours
fine.
is like.
Yeah, the cap is really open.
Okay.
Yeah.
You wanna try first or
Be
not, Andrew?
careful when you open that lid.
Andrew
Nah,
doesn't
it's
like
okay.
sour
I think-
stuff.
I think that's fine.
There you go.
oh, Jesus.
Okay, go, Drew.
Smells like alcohol.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit. But I actually
When you
prefer-
smell and when you taste, it's so different. I would say that.
I am very surprised. I retract my statement when I said that kombucha here and kombucha in the US is the same. Context is the kombucha I had in the US, and I had it relatively frequently. Honestly, didn't like it at all. This is great.
Oh, is
And
it?
I think my palate is very Malaysian, so exactly like
Oh,
what
100%.
you mentioned.
Right.
100%.
Yeah, it's my palate's a very beginner-friendly palate.
Your original flavor is just black tea, right?
No. Okay. All of my kombucha is actually brewed with pu'er tea.
Oh, pu'er.
So
okay.
you know how if you go to the Chinese kopitiam, then if you order sweet cha, then it will be pu'er. So I think that's like
The foundation.
it's a little bit more people can relate better lah. So
This
the
is
flavors.
really good,
so
bro.
Everybody has
Damn.
taste that kind of like pu'er tea.
Oh,
So that's why I use
this is
pu'er.
the Sunday. It's very Sunday-esque.
That's so nice. I would drink it every day.
So it's actually fermented with a little bit with orange, but actually I use orange basically to trigger the carbonation.
Okay.
Because when there's sweetness, then the yeast will do the fermentation. So if I didn't put anything in it, it will be called raw kombucha. But original
right.
basically is double fermented as well. Some people think like, oh, original is the raw kombucha, but mine it's not lah.
I see.
Yeah.
So if I don't drink this for a few days, will the taste change?
Okay, so fermentations only happens when it's in room temperature.
Oh,
I mean, like if you put it in the fridge, then it will slow
It
down
will still
the
happen.
yeah. It will still happen, but it will slow down the fermentation. That's why I say like when I sell my kombucha, I tell people like my brew only lasts for 4 weeks, 4.5 weeks until the flavors start shifting to a little bit like vinegary, that
More intense
sort of
already.
taste. Yeah.
It's a bit more intense already.
Because actually 4 weeks is really short period, you know. The one you get in like supermarket, people always have like about 2 months plus minus.
Yes.
So like the major difference here is because my kombucha, it's fermented straight up with fresh juice, and then it's more gao. So you know when it talks about like how gao it is, basically it's the body lah. You know when you drink milk and you drink water, so that's
It's a
how-
different weight.
Yeah, the different correct, the different weight. So you ferment faster. That's why the lifetime is the shelf life is shorter lah. It will be like 4 weeks plus minus.
I actually have a huge bottle of kombucha in my fridge. I haven't drank it in like 2 months.
No need to drink it.
It's basically
Still can drink it.
Yeah, still can drink.
It's just going to be really intense. Like
Yeah.
the longer I wait.
Basically, the
Oh,
longer
man.
you ferment, then the flavors will just go off by a bit lor. So now you taste a little bit orange. Maybe you don't drink it for like 2 months. You just sit it down there, and then maybe the orange taste doesn't have it anymore.
Yes, it's just
but
going to be quite vinegary.
Yeah, you're still.
You put like it's going to be quite intense. It's going to be quite intense.
Correct. It'll be like the US lah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god, shit was
But,
sour.
but
as
it
hell.
depends. You see, it's because a lot of the US stuff, right? I bet you got it from like a Whole Foods or some shit.
I got it at someplace bougie lah, right? 'Cause that's the only place they'll sell kombucha. Right?
Yeah, and it comes in a can usually.
No, mine was
know.
mine was in glass jars, like glass bottles like this.
I see. Like these iodine.
Similar lah. Yeah.
But mine was like in the US when I studied in SF. So in Cali is like Max Kombucha at that time.
Yeah,
lah,
bro.
Right? Yeah, everybody was drinking from cans, bottles, whatever. lah. So I got my first one was from a can. I didn't like it.
Okay.
Yeah, actually when I came back also, like, I had one from Publica. So I think it was a bottle one. I didn't like it. Then only when I went to Sunday only, then I realized, hey, actually I think my flavor palette is very Malaysian. I need a bit sweet one.
Right.
Then only it's like that first step into being more experimental.
Right.
Yeah. Then only you can like appreciate the others one. So it's a good foundation if you start with something sweeter. Yeah. But I remember down the road of Sunday, what's that cafe called?
Down the bone.
The sherry.
Sherry.
Tanuki?
Yeah,
The
sherry.
Yamcha?
I had yeah, it's called Yamcha. So ironically, I had the kombucha there as well. That one quite flat, but the flavor is there. It's sweet lah. It's sweet, but you don't like it.
Just say it, bro. Just say it.
No, bro, you just tell me you need.
Yeah.
I can tell names well.
Just say it, yeah.
Oh, is it because it's a?
Oh,
He's
okay.
trying to be diplomatic lah, bro.
Protected by the
Just
First
say it.
Amendment,
bro.
bro.
I okay. In my defense, right, it's because it was sweet, right? And then after that, my girlfriend Jen had it, and she was like, "Young, this is rubbish." And I'm like, yeah. It's okay. We go back to his origin story first, bro. We haven't finished that one yet.
Sorry. Where were we?
Coming from Sydney.
Oh, okay.
He was in quarantine. This always happens, bro. I do timestamp later. Also, GG. Yeah, but you came back. You were the first to quarantine. And then you had a finance background a bit, right?
Then you tried the Sundays kombucha. You're like, yes, right.
Yeah. Right. And then all this while I was in F&B lah. You know, when you were in uni days and then you just do part time, so you basically just go into cafe lah. Okay.
Yep.
And simply because when I was in Sydney, right, the pay is like so decent, you know,
so decent,
so super decent. So that's why I was there doing full time barista. Like I get paid pretty well. So and then when test. Oh, okay. All right. And then when I got back, I was like, I just thought of like starting something up lah, basically. Because if I wanted another job, then I would be like just staying in Australia, right? So I always wanted to come back, and then I just think like Malaysia is still home, and then there's like so much more opportunity as compared to in terms of like starting up something.
Yeah, that's right.
Because you know when developed countries, everything is pretty much developed. Like, you know,
he's already developed, bro.
Yeah, correct.
You need to be innovative already.
Correct. So it will be rather as harder as compared to back in Malaysia lah. Okay, and also being the local in the country, it's always advantage lah. Yeah. Okay. So that time I got nothing to do. I was just trying to kill time lah. So I was like, hey, maybe I'll just start to sell for fun, because kombucha is relatively a new thing to most of my friends lah. At least I would say. Right, so I at first starting up Chestea, right? Okay, this brand, it's basically named after me. If you can,
yes, I can tell. I can tell.
Chestea.
This is just a letter away.
Yeah. So basically, I'm taking very much a lot of pride with it, right? Okay, with Chestea. So at first I was like, oh, I'm just gonna do like 3 batch and then sell, and then I'm done. I just want to do.
But it's a lot of commitment though. Like if you have to get the bottles.
Yeah, that's a lot of things to a lot of
sanitation.
But also because that time I got nothing to do, you know. I literally just I literally just got back. I was like taking my sort of like break or things like that lah. So I got a lot of time. So I was just trying to explore lah. And I always wanted to be in like business lah, you know.
Oh,
so,
I see. Right.
Yeah, that's how I trying to start something small, and then if it fails, okay, it doesn't really bothers me lah. Cause like the capital wasn't that much, you know. I just need to buy the tank.
You started with your mom as well, right? I think.
Right. Yeah. Technically, that time being last year May, I was brewing at my home lah.
Okay.
So if you go to my kitchen, you'll see a lot of tanks there, and then I was just brewing at home, and then so after like 3 batch, surprisingly, the feedback got really
good.
Yeah, it's really good feedback lah. So my peak time when people because kombucha ferments, right, it takes time. And then I have that much of tanks on it. So I only can do like about 20 bundles at one go, which is about 80 bottles in 2 weeks. Okay, I only can do that much of amount. So in my prime or like my peak time lah, people actually wait for like 2 months for the kombucha itself.
God damn.
Right. Wow. Right. So basically, if you want to order something, then you'll be like, oh, can I have a bundle? I was like, okay, sure. I'll just mark down names and then you just wait lah. Yeah, you wait lah. Then I'll get back to you when the kombucha is ready lah. Okay. But also, I never actually collect any money from people until the kombucha is delivered lah. You know, so people don't feel like, hey, I pay for it, and then why wait so long? And then that's how, Chestea got to sell pretty actually very good lah. So that's where I thought of like, hey, why not I just start up a cafe where I actually focus in kombucha, because I have been F&B for so long already, and then I know how to make coffees and stuff like that.
Right.
The beverage, the standard beverage stuff is it's okay. It's something that I know. So I was like, okay, let's just try. And then bam. And
actually, if you don't mind me asking, how did you get the funding to start everything?
Okay.
If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah, can. So basically, I have a partner. Okay, I have a partner. Basically, it's 50-50 lah, right? My partner, Bernard. So where did I actually get my fund to start up the cafe, right? It's simply because I stay in Aussie for a year already. So I've been working. I've been saving up money from there lah. And then in Australia, I was actually working like 7 days, like very pachong. I don't have break, you know. I mean, like, I have like break like maybe 2 days in a month, that kind of thing. I was just going
all out. You
intense
go ham.
Yeah, intense. Yeah, I go ham.
Because the money was good, huh?
Yeah, correct.
Kiasu Asian, bro. Kiasu Asian in Australia.
Right. And then, and also because of like the volume of like coffee in Australia, it's like very intense also. You know, people drink coffee is just like you going to drink kopi peng in Malaysia, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's why barista are like highly valued lah. So when you know how to do a bit of like latte art, then you're like the god really. Something like that. Oh, but to be fair, I was in like Wollongong lah, 2 hours down Sydney lah.
Oh, you're in Wollongong?
Yeah,
okay.
Wollongong. So like it was like a small city town. Yeah.
I saw on that NAS video you were saying how like in Malaysia a typical barista would brew like 30 to 50 cups a day, and then in Australia you brew like 200 to 300 a day.
It was, oh my god, that time was very, very intense. So as soon as before I actually go into Australia, I actually work in Soft Launch Cafe. Okay, Soft Launch Cafe, the one in Sri Petaling. So that's where when I was like doing part-times, you know, like getting to make like 10, 20 coffees is really a lot really. By that time being, you know. So that time when I go to Australia, I actually find my first job after a week. After a week, I landed there lah. Okay, but it was like a part-time lah, because I was still studying that time. So I went in on one of the Sunday, and then
heavy traffic, like
7 to 11 o'clock. I think I was forced to make like about 9. That time being, it's only 90 coffees, you know.
In 3 hours?
Yeah, correct. 90 coffees in 3 hours, and I couldn't actually catch up with it already. I was like, oh my god, because like in Australia there's like so many alternative milk. There's like almond milk, lactose free milk, coconut milk, all kinds of milk. Like, you know, in Malaysia we need have like full cream. The most we got is like soy almond. You know? Correct. So that time, my first day of job, and then I just couldn't keep up, you know, the pace. It was like intense, like crazy. Then I just got fired.
Wait, on your first day?
First day they fire you.
Correct. They basically just, they actually ghosted me, you know, like it's very unprofessional. But I mean, okay.
How they ghost you, bro?
So they basically just, after I went into the shift, I got home, because we are like casual, you know, there's like full-time, part-time, and casual. So casual in Australia, basically they can call you in anytime, and then they can just ask you to go off anytime, as long as like the minimum hours is like 2 hours. The shift hours is like minimum 2 hours. So that time after I finished my shift, then I tried to, you know, ask them I was like, hey, when's my next shift and stuff like that. Then they don't bother to reply me at all, and also never got my pay. Then I had to actually walk into the cafe to ask like, where's my pay? So they gave me like, I think I worked for like 3 hours. I got like $67.
Wow, that is a lot of money,
right. That was like a casual rate, you know, 20 plus on actually Sunday, you know, we are supposed to get like 35 an hour. But I only got like 28. Okay, that was like my first job. So
what do you know?
Exactly. What do I do? So after that, they don't actually bother to reply me. So basically, I was ghosted on my first job. I mean, it was actually a very good experience, you know.
But it throws you in, it's like difficult situation. You
correct. So that time being, I was like, so that's how the coffee culture in Australia. That was
they're quite rude. Coffee culture quite rude in Australia.
Fire you on your first day.
The volume, oh my god.
But the second job, I think you picked up, or
so the second job, I actually went to this cafe. It's called Luna Espresso. So it was like a little bit off city It's in like Wollongong, like a bus that takes like 15 minutes to a
smaller town within the town.
Smaller town where it's called Corimo. So I picked up all my pace from there because coffee wasn't that intense but still pretty decent.
Like as in like number of customers.
Number of cups of like coffee that I make a day So that's where I started to pick up a little bit by a little bit. Then eventually, you know, like I can. I think one of my highest record is one of the Sunday from 6 to 3 o'clock. I actually make about 320.
320 cups.
320 cups. That time my hands are like shaking really, you know. I was just pushing it only. I don't even bother about like what latte art and whatever shit. I just don't care. I just bam.
You got to do all the process. You got no time to rest, huh?
Right. So in Australia, right, usually you go into cafes, right, you'll see like different type of coffee machine. There's like 1 group head, 2 group head, and then 3 group head. So in Australia, I think all of the cafes actually use 3 group heads. So you have to actually simultaneously like making use of like 3 group heads and then spinning the milk there on one time being. But in Malaysia, you know, you can survive with just 1 group head basically, and then you can just take your time like 10-15 minutes to send out 1 cup of coffee. But in Australia, like, you know, people if your coffee doesn't go out within 1 minute, people will be like, why is my coffee so long?
Wow.
Yeah. It was just really fast paced. So yeah, that was
Bro,
my
I waited
record.
in Melbourne for like 15 minutes, bro. I was pissed off, you know.
Okay, Melbourne it's another thing. Okay, Melbourne, right? Melbourne is such a cafe place. It's like a next level cafe places. Like Melbourne is like really the special one. So Melbourne one, I think Melbourne one has more like, okay, to me, I work in the places where there's a lot of people who work lah, you know. It's not tourists lah. So I think in more tourist area, people are willing to wait a little bit more.
But versus the morning commute, the morning
the morning one is crazy lah.
Oh,
and then I remember, because you know I work in small towns, it's really like that. I remember there's like this 1 week I actually tried to move up to Sydney, you know, because after I graduating, like most of my friends actually move up to Sydney, you know, for better job opportunities lah. But I just go back to like F&B, you know, F&B in Sydney. I was working in a cafe that called
like food or like
no. It's just a cafe in like, you know, it's something like in KLCC lah, the highest peak area lah. There's a lot of banks there. And
like a central business district.
Yeah. Like a central business. CBD, correct. So I was working there. Then it was like even more intense.
Of course, like because you go to CBD, bro.
That one is like crazy. That one is like, you know, I think maybe within 2 hours, 200 cups of coffee. It was like,
how you maintain it?
I cannot. That's why. Most of the time you have like 2 barista there, like in CBD. You know, one is just pulling shot, another is just spinning the milk. And then, but when you work in CBD, right, it's the even more intense of like cups of coffees, but you still get the same pay lah.
Yeah, lor.
So that's why I go back to Wollongong after a week there. Yeah. So after a week there, I was like, oh, never mind, I'll just go back to Wollongong. I'll live in a kampung life, that kind of thing.
Not worth.
Yeah, not correct, not worth it. I mean, for the experience, it's pretty good lah. You know, I work in CBD before. It's like, whoa, yeah, something like
2 hours, 200 cups of coffee.
Yeah, the morning rush is like crazy lah. Then you have like, you know how they have like the Grab machine there. Oh my god, the Grab machine, the docket never stop, you know, just ping.
Basically the order lah.
The orders just keep coming through, and then you have like a lot of dockers to keep up until like you just feel like, oh, I tam already lah. I literally feel that way that time lah. Yeah,
it's quite
intense.
intense.
Like the morning rush was crazy.
Still 67 ringgit for 3 hours. Damn.
Bro, that's already considered quite good.
$67. Aussie, 3 times lah.
Well, I want to work as a barista in US.
Baller pay.
I'm not sure about in US, but I think Australia is like one of the highest pay for barista in the whole wide world.
For sure. I think Australia has a better coffee culture than the US.
Correct.
Yeah, the US is garbage, bro. All they have is like that stupid black coffee in the pot, man.
Yeah, in the diner. I mean, it's just not as common. It's just that they take like shit coffee is okay. As long as it's coffee. Actually, Japan also, like majority of diners, they have like cafe au lait. Do you know cafe au lait?
Yeah.
It's like just pot coffee and then like milk and shit.
It's a strictly utilitarian coffee.
Even in France, actually. France also like that, I remember.
You drink to stay up, ma.
Yeah.
It's not for the taste, one.
It's not for the taste. But in Australia, it's like everywhere. It's a standard to have like good coffee.
Yeah, like, you know, even in the chain store in Australia doesn't really serve. You know, Starbucks in Australia is nothing.
Yeah, correct.
Like,
it's one of the very few countries.
Yeah,
Starbucks
they couldn't survive just because of like the local community is like so strong. The coffee culture is like there's like too much local roastery and all.
Actually, Vietnam is like that also. I heard Starbucks cannot tahan.
Starbucks can't survive in Australia.
Yeah, because no people go to Starbucks because the local coffee is so much better.
Yeah.
It's one of the very few countries.
Right.
But Starbucks is different. Starbucks is kind of like a treat. It's kind of like a frappuccino. You go and then you get like an ice blended
is a
shit.
borderline dessert place, bro.
It's a dessert place, lah, bro.
Right.
I don't like Starbucks. I feel like it's an overpriced coffee.
Hey, speak nearer,
Especially
bro.
in Malaysia, it's hard to like with regards to price. It's out of this world, bro. It's like 30 ringgit for
it's like 30 ringgit for Starbucks now.
That's absurd.
Buy that shit, man. You know? Yeah.
But that means in Australia, you didn't really get into kombucha. It's only when you got back, lah.
Correct. So I literally started from scratch. You know, I didn't actually go to any master to learn about kombucha. I literally did all the research myself online.
Okay.
You know, I'll just go online YouTube and then I learn about it and then I start experimenting. So, you know, I was brewing a lot. Then I'll find out like what's wrong. And then
how do you counter if there are mistakes and all that?
But also because I was a barista, so I was like very specific with I have like all the skills and stuff lah. So I was very specific with my ratio. So I think that makes the thing to be very consistent. That's why the kombucha can be always like on
the same
consistent.
Same flavor profile.
Something like that lah.
What's the lead time for to make one batch?
So 10 to 14 days for your first fermentation, and then 3 2 to 4 days for your second fermentation. So it'll be like 16, 17 days.
Need a lot of tanks.
That's a lot, man. A lot of storage.
So actually,
maintenance.
you know what happened today when you go to Scoby? There's no more kombucha. you know what exactly happened?
It's because you took the last 3 bottles for this podcast.
No.
Maybe.
I actually asked, is Chester in? He said, oh, he went out already. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
No, it's because like last week we actually had like 3 tanks, 30 liters. It's actually cross-contaminated.
Oh no.
Right.
How?
It's actually my first time, after brewing for a year. Actually, my first time got like, wow, cross-contamination.
Contamination.
Yeah. And for like 30 liters, there's like 100 plus bottles there,
Gone.
Oh my
I was
god.
like, oh my god.
He's gone bad or what?
So basically, I think it could be because like when I brew a new batch, I don't have enough culture to cultivate the next batch. So maybe like some of the bacteria invaded and then from there the taste just go off straight up. But I would say it was the healthy bacteria because it's still consumable. I actually had like the whole bottle, which is like contaminated one. I just want to try it out lah. See if I feel ill or anything like that. But obviously I don't sell that lah. Because I just wanted to, so next time I know I can talk about it.
Do you have any superpowers right now?
Yeah, no.
Okay, just checking.
That's why I'm saying it's a very like delicate process because when let's say it's all done and it's perfect and then you pour it into a bottle that's a bit dirty, gone also.
Right, correct.
Yeah.
We have like such
Sanitation
sufficient setup for brewing already. We still got contaminated, which is, oh my god. Actually, really bad lah.
Pat was telling me about it because I remember he posted on his Insta story and he was like, see this whole batch, have to throw away.
Right.
Because cross contamination. So it's quite normal.
Right. But it was a good experience lah, to have like to taste out what does it taste like after it's
He even gave me like that base one, the original base one, which tasted like vinegar. That one was so cow, bro. But he was like, hey, bro, this one you can make your own one if you just like add the flavor.
Right.
Relax, bro. Wait until you eat that white.
I did. I ate it before.
Yes? You want to eat again, man.
Sure.
It's
Do you want to take it out now or what?
one of a kind.
But where do you put it? There's no plate.
Right.
You put it on your iPad.
Just eat it raw.
You can use our hands, I guess.
Wait. Let me see what I can do. Wait.
Sorry? Can also? You got cups? But why would you eat it? You wouldn't eat it, right?
No,
Like-
just for the experience lah.
Yeah, it's just for an experience. But it's just all about that showmanship that alive. Yeah. So he just wants to show.
It's like sashimi lah, I think sashimi is Kobe lah.
Put it here. We use a spoon and then we break a circle and then we eat it.
Can.
No, you just take it and put it and then you cut it for some unique way.
Wait, I watched the whole.
Why don't you just cut it inside the jar?
No. You actually, I don't know, man. Actually, even
why
the
not just cut
spoon,
it
you might ruin it. because-
Actually, it's fine. I'll just chuck this.
you'll chuck it anyway?
I'll just chuck.
Okay.
I'll just chuck it off after.
because if we put not sterilized stuff in, gone case.
So
Right.
we
I
take
got
out
lighter,
one
we
lah.
burn the spoon.
never mind lah. Just take out one and then
We'll figure it out. We can wipe table also, it's okay, man.
okay. I just need to wash the hands first.
Oh, you go wash hands first, bro.
Can.
It's okay.
Bro, this thing is some interesting stuff.
Yeah.
He did it for me. I was like, whoa,
Well, it's all about that life. It's all about that show life. It's cool. Puge's laughing. People are still listening to this if they are on Spotify. Then they're going to be like, dude, what is happening there? Why is there so much surround sound? Basically, Chester went to go wash his hands. And he's going to come back, he's going to cut up some Scoby, and then we're going to try it. We're going to do some ASMR shit on top of the mic, and hopefully it doesn't spill on the mic.
Bro, I really want to see your reaction when you eat the shit, bro. The day I think something.
I just had balut like hours ago, so I don't think it's going to surprise me.
Bro, I am hungry. Later I'm buying my
This
own.
one looks skeptical of me, man.
Actually,
it's like roti canai, bro. I'm telling you. Serious.
it's not like roti
It's like
canai.
roti, yeah.
Wait, this podcast is actually on live.
No.
Not live.
It's going to be, it's recorded and then we post it on YouTube and then the audio is going to be on Spotify. Yeah, so right now, Chester's going to open up the...
Why not I just leave it here?
Sure, just put it on the table, man. Actually, you can cut it on the table and then we wipe it anyway because it's going to spill. Hey, Chalk, you okay, right? We just put it on the table and we cut it on the table. Huh? Okay, Chalk's cool.
Wait.
He washed his hands already. He washed his hands
Okay,
already.
because I don't know how.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Actually, do you know on Shopee they sell Scoby?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, Shopee sells everything, bro.
Not little children.
Basically, that's
Oh,
how
You don't know
John,
that.
what the fuck?
Scoby actually looks like,
Okay, hold on. Let me record this and then I can send this to Chalk and then Chalk can be like,
Wow, that looks...
That looks like nata de coco, but
yeah, it looks like nata de coco a bit.
Actually, it tastes like nata de coco. Like
It don't taste like the texture maybe, but not it don't taste like nata de coco, Chester.
okay, so that's like how a healthy Scoby straight looks like. And also, this one is actually not that old yet.
It's not that old.
Because one Scoby you can actually use it for like 10
Oh, you can use it for 10 cycles. Okay.
You just chuck it off, basically.
Okay. So how do you know when it's not ready then? Because right now it looks pale, but it's not that dark, right? I think it's only if it's darker then you check it, or
Correct. When it's darker, then you check it. That's something it will look darker than this one.
if you see the grains.
So basically, it turns
much
dark
of it.
for mine because I use, every time I use pu'er,
And
then you
pu'er tea
just
will
get,
dye it
dye it,
Slowly
and
lah.
then slowly.
But question, right? So what happens if you use this Scoby? Oh, here you go. You can use a spoon. Oh, you want to tear it? I'm okay, Eddie. Oh shit, sorry. So what happens if you use this Scoby, right, with a specific flavor? Let's say I use lychee. Can I still use this for, let's say, watermelon Scoby? Or will it like change the taste? I have to use that Scoby for that flavor.
Wow, what a question. All right. Okay, technically for Chestea, right, my brew, right, I actually don't chuck my flavors into my first ferment tank.
Okay.
So it's always into the second,
separate tank. Oh, I see.
A second bottles, the IKEA bottles.
Yeah, lor.
Where
The glass one.
airtight one, yeah. So basically, I use that to double ferment. So I always drop my flavors then. My first ferment will not affect it.
I see. So after
But
fermenting
when
first
people
round.
does chuck fruits or like flavors into their first ferment tank, basically you
highlight
can
already.
still turn into a raw kombucha, but it just takes time to go back to the OG lah.
I see. Also, okay, you gotta
Because it will
wait.
have like a bit, say like if you drop watermelon in, so it will have like a
Watermelon
bit of
taste already
watermelon taste there lor.
I see.
But as you ferment, then the watermelon taste will gone.
Oh, just go away.
Just how like your kombucha will turn vinegary after that.
I see.
So
Andrew's looking like really freaked out. He feels like he's on Fear Factor type of shit.
Yeah, bro, this is like some straight up
this is like
Fear Factor
scallops,
shit, way.
scallops.
It's like,
You don't need to swallow it. You can just chew it. If you don't like it, spit it out.
just chew
lah.
it. Just chew. Just eat it, bro. No, don't swallow it. Then
Whoa, what the fuck, bro?
no, bite it.
Why can't I swallow it?
If you
I swallowed it before, bro. I didn't die. Sorry to interrupt you guys midway during the podcast. We'd like to thank you, Patreon members, for paying patronage. We really appreciate it. It's without you guys, this podcast would definitely not be where it is today. If you guys have any ideas for collaboration or guests, do let us know by DMing us in Instagram or emailing us, but just DM us on Instagram because we never check our email. And this podcast is brought to you by Fetch Malaysia, local, convenient, and healthy pet food. So check out the link in the description below. And what's the code? Fetch MY. Just DM you or what? Or check out Fetch MY lah. Okay. Contact Fetch Malaysia with the code FETCHMY, Fetch My, for a discount code. So hope you guys enjoy the rest of the podcast. Love you long time. Peace.
So I thought you were like just gonna chuck it.
Okay, there you go. Let's go.
Let's try.
this looks so strange.
Just like nata de coco.
Just tastes like your agar-agar, but
Yeah.
with the fermenty.
Oh yeah, actually,
Acidity.
not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah.
I like it, way.
So when you taste the sour, right? You don't say it's sour. We just gotta say it vibrant. So
Vibrant.
that was like the culture word
bloody
for
hell.
sour. So any sour coffee, don't say it's sour. Oh, your coffee is so vibrant. That kind of thing.
It's a Melbourne
I actually
language.
hate sour coffee. I
Bro,
feel like
it's damn
so-
good, bro. I want another one, man.
Right. Actually, I think it's quite good also.
It's damn good. Thanks, man.
It's pretty decent, right?
Yeah, the last time I actually didn't have it.
Do you like serve Scoby, like only Scoby in your?
It's kind of weird to just serve
No lah,
Scoby,
no
bro.
lah, I didn't do that. But when people are interested in Scoby, then I'll be like, okay, come, I'll cut some for you to.
Follow right now is alive, right?
I'll cut some for you to try.
Damn ons, bro.
Looks
I
can
love
be
it.
deceiving. This is actually pretty good.
Yeah. Actually, you know what I argue? You should use leftover Scoby for bubble tea drinks,
That honestly would work.
right?
Yeah.
Like people wouldn't be able to tell. Like, is this coconut jelly? No, this is Scoby.
It's damn ons,
Yeah.
bro. Oh my, I'm gonna whack
No,
another
you
one.
Actually, you just take the whole slice and
Yeah,
stuff.
hey, you're the one. You're the one. I don't mind whacking it.
I'm okay.
There's a lot here.
But that I tried one at his restaurant last week. It was a bit more sour, not sour, vibrant compared to this. Vibrant, sorry, vibrant.
Okay, because this one is topped up with like a fresher batch of like first fermentation, so it got the sugar in it. So that's why
That's why
it's
it's a
less sour.
it's more palatable.
Sorry,
Vibrant.
less vibrant.
Vibrant, huh? Vibrant.
Uncultured.
Because the one that I tried
I'll just go and wash my.
last week, bro, that one was like, you know when you buy the green Skittles? You just take the green and yellow, 10 of each, and whack in your mouth. Then you. It was.
You start eye twitching and shit.
Talking about it makes my spine shiver.
Yeah, it was intense amount of vibrant feelings, man. You know, vibrant. You gotta change the thing, bro. I love Scoby, bro. It tastes nice, way.
It's great. I think it's a unique texture. But I mean, it's wasted because if you eat it, you can't make more kombucha, right? Then like, what the fuck, bro?
No. It's never wasted. Because Scoby is always the bypass product of after your fermentation.
Oh, I see.
So technically, without Scoby, you can still grow Scoby.
Oh.
From the culture itself.
But it just takes time, lah.
Yeah, correct. It takes time, lah. But okay, lah, not really wasted.
Looks so cute.
Andrew's going for seconds. Or you're just playing around with it. I'll take seconds of Scoby. Then Pat is going to watch this podcast and be like, John, what the fuck are you doing, John?
Eating it off the table.
You're eating Scoby off the table, John.
Damn primal.
Pat was actually a sponsor of the Yamcha Sessions podcast for a couple of episodes.
Oh.
Yeah, because he wanted to advertise his kombucha here as well. Yeah.
I've never tried Pat's kombuchas, but I think
Pat, send some over, Pat.
I think Chestea's kombucha so far has been the best that I've tried, lah.
No, like, I think Pat's one he's really knowledgeable.
He's very knowledgeable.
Yeah, correct. He actually studied so much more than just making kombucha, or even like how to bottle up the kombucha and stuff like that.
Bro.
Which I actually pay quite a lot of respect to him, because I don't really do that. I'm more into like brewing the beverage lah, but he's more into everything.
So you brew your own kombucha and everything. Is it?
Yeah.
Or now you have your own people doing it.
Bro, put on your headphones and talk.
Oh, sorry,
bro.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So like after you go back home, all right, time to brew some kombucha, and then you brew and everything. Then you send to Fatima, tolong bungkus, and then that's it lah.
Who's Fatima? But
I
yes.
don't know, some of the work crew or something.
No. I did it A to Z myself.
God
so
damn,
I sent it back to me to bungkus, and I
He is Fatima.
yeah.
Gotta maximize profit, man. You know.
I am Fatima.
I am Fatima.
Actually, not so much about the profit, but it's just the experience, like, from scratch. And then even the stakers, right? Previously, it doesn't look like that. It looks so much more sad, I would say.
It's a bit more basic, lah.
Yeah, a bit more basic, lah. Until I even have like handwritten flavors on the bottles last time, on the stickers itself. Until Chestea just got more stable, then I actually find designer to actually design the stickers for me. But until today, we still put on the stickers ourselves, no machines.
Damn.
Yeah, everything is pretty
Bottle yourself,
raw.
everything also.
Yeah, bottle up ourselves, and then ferment, everything is done in-house.
You see Pat's machine? He bought this like huge capping machine.
I think I did.
It's like this like auto thing where you like put in the bottle. So he does everything in Seremban, then he delivers it like nationwide.
Wow.
Yeah,
but that's a different scale of business, I feel.
Correct.
Yeah. His one is not like, what do you call, like in the, like, per location, then you visit him and then he pours you a drink and all that, ma. This is just distribute.
It's a distribution, right.
See, I have another important question that I gotta ask, man. Y'all want to eat that?
No, just go for it, bro.
Thank you. Please continue the discussion.
So what from a business perspective, right? Because you ultimately run a cafe. I think the conversation so far has been very kombucha driven. What percentage would you say? What percentage of your revenue would you say comes from kombucha relative to everything else?
About 40%.
Wow, that is a huge chunk.
A lot of people buying.
Okay,
Huh?
interesting.
Yeah, that's why.
It's the only kombucha cafe in Malaysia.
So one of the reason why Chestea is that good is because my turnover is actually very high. So it's always fresh. The kombucha is always fresh. The one you get in Jar Grocer, it could be like the fresh batch that just came in, or like it could be sitting there for like 1.5 months. Yeah, that kind of thing. So that's why when it ferments too long, and then you have like a different. It's not consistent, basically. So you can have like a really good kombucha from Jar Grocer, and then the next time you go and buy, why does it taste different?
Right.
Simply because of like the freshness is different.
I see. It's not maintained.
So yeah, so that's one thing about Chestea also, because we only have like fresh kombucha. And also we don't do that much of like volumes. My turnover in Café, it's about like 200 bottles a week. So it's about like only 800 bottles a month. So it wasn't like big volume.
Premium, bro.
I see.
So it's like limited amount. Do you get like monthly orders? Like premium client like, hey Chester, I'm on 200.
Okay, actually I have like before I started up Scoby, right, I actually have like about 52 monthly subscription of like a bundle of kombucha.
52.
Correct. So basically, that's like
That's your full-time job, bro.
52 times 4 lah. A bundle lah. People buy for a bundle. Yeah, about like 200 bottles plus minus my monthly subs lah, basically.
My God.
But that's like so much, a lot of commitments there also lah. You know?
Bro. How do you balance it? Because now that you have the cafe and now that you have this kombucha, are you just basically the kombucha man behind the scenes?
Yes. Yes. So now I try to like ask people to come to Café to purchase it instead of like, you know, buying. Because I used to have a lot of free time, so I get to deliver to them and stuff like that. But nowadays when I'm running a Café, there's like so much more things involved.
Yeah.
So it'd be a little bit tougher for me to send it to you by myself. And why one of the reason Chestea has been selling so good for like so many months. Okay, there's a lot of like home sellers, home brewers. They come into the scene and then they just sell and then they're gone. One of the reasons why Chestea has been consistently selling is simply because first off, when I actually haven't started a cafe, I was selling it very cheap. You know, it actually started from like $9.90 a bottle.
Wow, that's so cheap.
After I rebrand the whole thing, where I get so much more stable, I need to sell it for like $10.50.
Wow.
Okay, so it's only 42 for a bundle for 4 kombucha, which is like very, very cheap, you know. And then there's a lot of people coming into the scene, like, you know, not having a lot of like research and stuff like that. People be selling like $15, $13. Yeah, so that I think that's one of the reason where you need to price your stuff
competitively.
I mean, to be fair, the profit margin is pretty high for beverage. It has been always high.
It's tea, sugar, and water.
Correct.
It's practices that are the ones that take a lot of time.
The one that consume a lot, which is the time lah. Okay, but $13-15 doesn't. You know, you cannot survive as a home brewers lah. You know, 13-15, I could just go to a cafe and buy it already. Like,
how do you see yourself growing from here? Because if you are limited to a certain number of bundles, right? How do you see yourself growing? Do you think more tanks? Do you think production? Like, what's the next step?
So in my current stage, right, I always believe like kombucha, it's a lifestyle.
Shit.
Correct. Yeah. So that's why
that's a Cali saying.
I was going to say you belong in California, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's a California.
I feel you would jive
kombucha
so well.
is not a drink.
It's a lifestyle.
Kombucha is a lifestyle, bro.
Right, it's really a lifestyle lah. Okay, so
I actually dig it though. I legit think it's a fucking lifestyle because like when it's in the evening and you already had a coffee, then you want something like a bit more brighter,
refreshing.
Yeah, so I dig it.
Yeah. I don't take it as like, you know, a lot of people say like, oh, kombucha is just another hype lah, and then people will just go off after a while lah.
That's what people say about coffee, bro.
Correct. Like your third wave coffee, your specialty coffee. That's what people, that's what people say about it also. And then like, you know, your bubble tea, and then your the yomi, the rice yogurt, correct, the rice yogurt. So I think kombucha is different from all these because as in like the yomi and the bubble tea lah, okay? Because kombucha is actually healthy. It's really healthy.
Oh, that's true.
So like that's one of
also
the
digestion.
Correct, because of the probiotics and then the antioxidants and also the vitamin C. So I think in the long run, there will be like this group of people who constantly drinking. That's where I actually get my regular monthly subs, right?
Oh,
so
the health.
Correct, because people actually want it. So I think kombucha, it will be always there lah. It wasn't a one-time thing.
For sure. Okay. How do you see yourself growing though? Because like if you want to keep expanding or you want to go forward, right? Does that mean like more tanks? How do you supervise that? It's kind of tough to train someone like to manage the sanitation, to manage the procedures, right?
All right. So actually,
we haven't thought that far yet, bro. You can be honest, bro.
No. So personally, right? Actually, I didn't wanted to expand it any further.
Oh, okay.
In terms of like kombucha, so I'm more into like cafe now lah. Okay, because I think like kombucha. Okay, it was the decision where I make lah. Because actually last time when Chestea was selling so good, there's like people actually approach me to go mass.
Oh.
So when I go mass, I can actually bring into Jaya Grocer, like same like the other brands lah.
You lose the touch though.
Correct. So like it will be different now. If I actually go mass, then obviously I can't oversee the quality. Yeah, the QC anymore. Yeah. I mean, at least not me lah, cause I'm the only person lah. So I'll lose the QC part. But I wanted Chestea to stay this way, like as a artisanal kombucha. So it's limited, and then you can only exclusively find it in my cafe. And then I think I'll just stay this way lah. And then for me, I wanted to grow in terms of like cafe. So, because I always been in F&B lah, So I think Chestea, it's something that I work really hard already, and then I'll just
need to maintain the QC.
I'll just maintain how it is, like at least until I have like another thoughts
on expanding.
On expanding, yeah. Because I didn't wanted it to go into jar grocer. I didn't wanted it to be mass.
Gotta make it niche. Gotta make it wanted.
So yeah, I just wanted it to stay this way lah. And also like if you ask me like how do I expand the business and stuff like that. To be fair, I am actually very fresh in business. I just started
this year only,
the cafe this year, and then I started Chestea last year. I was literally from nothing lah, scratch.
Yeah.
Like I was just uni graduates, and then I just come out, and then I just bing bang here, there, and then I just So I don't exactly feel like I'm actually like a very equipped businessman. I know like
it's okay, man. All of us
learning the ropes.
Still learning lah. But at this point, I think I would put more of like my energy into like running the cafe itself lah. And then Chestea will always be exclusively in the cafe.
Scoby lah.
I see. So maybe in future you can potentially have a second cafe lah.
Correct.
Then you can QC both locations lah.
Correct. So Scoby will be like the central kitchen,
I see.
to send out
Hey,
kombuchas.
what does Bernard do like as a partner? What is he in charge of?
Money injection.
He nearly said correct. Correct. Bernard is money.
I think he was anticipating money management.
More
finance lah.
Money management lah. So Bernard is actually a banker.
Oh shit.
So he was a banker lah, and then he was doing sales and stuff like that. And then so basically he managed the funds lah, the accounts and the things that off operations lah. Like EPF, all those stuff.
I see.
Hiring. All those things, and he calculate like what's the margin, this and that, all those stuff, where he doesn't need to be in the cafe itself.
So you do the kombucha, he does the back end.
I will be more hands-on in like the daily operation, and then of course kombucha, and then I do a lot in like content. Like, how Scoby Space, like the Instagram, basically I manage that thing lah. And then I get in touch with like people to get more exposure, that sort of things. It's what I do. So Bernard will be the one which is more
the business end.
Not creative, but he's the other side lah.
Is it left brain, right brain type of thing?
I was literally going to say that. What the hell, man?
So there are times where you will approach some KOL or something and try to get more exposure for...
See, that's how I get in touch with you guys, right?
Correct.
Fair.
I found this channel, right? I think it's going to be very helpful for you. It's actually called Yamcha Sessions. So what you can I can hook you guys up, and you can do advertising for them with them. It might be very helpful.
Right. I love how you so hard sell
for sure.
on the podcast as well.
You gotta do it.
Maybe what we can do is like, for example, like if you would watch YCS, you come to Scoby, like just mention YCS, you get a 10% discount or something.
Give me the code lah.
Promo code. No shame.
Who manages the food? Like I because I went to the cafe earlier today, right?
So
Will. Was it Will?
No.
What's your...
It's Fatima.
It's
Fatima. Who decided on the menu and the concept of everything?
So
because I know your cafe, it focuses on tarts, cookies, and bowls, right? I think like bowls.
the
rice
dough. Charcoal sourdough. Rice. Okay. At first, we wanted to serve like the very pure Australian cuisine.
It felt that way.
I can feel
influences.
I started off that way lah. But I think because of like the location, I was in like a very neighborhood sort of like cafe. So that's why I start introducing like so much more rice bowl and pasta, because people want it that way. And then sourdough is just maybe there's this this type of this group of people who eat it, but it's not everybody. People want comfort food. That's why I have it like that much of like the fusion one. Okay. Which I think it's not bad. I mean, like I actually like rice more. Okay. So who's managing the food part? It's actually Chef Ben. So he's like one of our partners lah. Okay.
I see.
So it's always the three of us where we started the whole thing, and then he'll be the one who is in charge in the food and all the
menu,
whatever it's from the kitchen whatever from the kitchen.
Essentially, trust him in doing the food stuff.
Correct. Nice. You know how I actually? Oh my god!
How you find?
I think starting up Scoby, it's something that is very random. You know.
Okay.
We actually start planning around last year October. And then
what? October only?
Correct. Last year October, we actually started talking. I mean, we have been talking for a bit, but it's just like we've just always been talking, you know. Like we didn't do anything until October. We start actually drafting things out, and then in November we actually find a shop, and then January we open our doors already.
Well, that's damn fast.
It was like crazy. It was crazy. I think I was like a bit crazy also. Like I didn't, we didn't plan things properly. Yeah, we kind of like just do it, that sort of style lah. And then we didn't even have like our interior designer.
I think your interior looks fantastic though. I gotta say.
Yeah, actually just have it from like Pinterest and then here and there.
Also, you three kind of like source for things, decorated up the place.
Basically, a lot of things from there we actually just source it ourselves.
You're talented, yeah.
It's
pretty sick. It's pretty sick. I saw. Normally people need to have an eye for these kinds of things, but I guess you got Pinterest, right?
Okay. Everything's in Pinterest, man.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So everything was like raw lah, we just do it like that.
But when you started in January, it was quite difficult though because of MCO.
Correct. It was. I actually think that was a very good experience. Okay, we opened our doors on 8th of January. 13th of January, it's actually second MCO.
Oh fucking
5 days, right? 5 days. So then we start adapting lah. Okay, to be fair, the team is very young lah. So I think I got lucky because I'm pretty familiar with social media. I think I grew up in that, the
era.
Yeah, that era where social media start coming up. That kind.
Bro,
of thing.
you're like what, 97?
97. Yeah.
So I still can lah.
Yeah. I just got lucky lah. Okay. And then we just start adapting, and then we are changing everything, goes online.
You use Grab.
Yeah, sign up for Grab and stuff like that, things like that. That's why we survived. We survived the MCO. Yeah.
But basically, the stuff that was majorly sold was one of your dessert, right?
Okay, so second MCO, it was we survived because of like supports from friends lah. We got because three of us, we are partners, so we got quite a bit of friends lah. So like the MCO that lasts like 4 months, 4 months.
Felt like forever.
The latest MCO lah. We only managed to survive because we came up with this Swiss roll. So which is dessert lah. Okay, the Swiss roll lah. So I think that time being, there's a lot of people who's willing to spend on like gifting.
Yeah,
so they want dessert, But hot food has always been our focus previously lah,
Yeah.
Because we didn't thought about that. When I first started up this cafe, I don't even have any desserts.
Oh, okay.
So I think like somehow the MCO kind of forces into a better cafe lah. I would say like a more well-rounded cafe lah. Because like people can't always have like hot food to tapao ma. Like how people can't spend like $20-30 every meal on hot food. So it's fair enough like people doesn't want to purchase from.
No, but it's odd, bro, because people are willing to spend $30-40 right on dessert.
Correct.
Food, no one. Dessert. Oh yeah. A tart. 40 ringgit for 4.
Right,
I'll pay that. But Chap Fan, 12 ringgit cannot win.
I'm literally that, man.
Yeah.
My God, I need to self-reflect here. What the fuck?
It's understanding habits, because a dessert is kind of like a treat. So you wouldn't buy a treat for yourself. You would usually buy a treat for someone else.
Correct.
Buy for a girlfriend.
So that's how the behavior, I think like the spending behavior, people are very willing to buy something off for the others where they're willing to spend more as compared to themselves.
Bro.
Having a breakfast is something so expensive. Then buying gift is like, easy lah, just do it. That
motherfucking diffuser also. I'm like,
oh my fucking God. He's going for a friend's dinner, so he's buying a diffuser because he just got married.
That really opened my eyes, yeah. My God, thanks, man.
Yeah. But it's quite common because you wouldn't want to spend on your own expenditure.
Correct.
But for others,
you're very,
But it's a great habit, I feel, because you make other people happy. Right?
Correct.
And it's a gifting thing.
I feel like you should just be conscious all the time, I feel.
See, I will buy double black Johnny Walker for Poighai, but I'll never buy for myself. Fuck that shit, I'm not going to drink myself. But if Poighai buy for me, wow, thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Then I'll drink it.
But double black is quite nice. It's no kombucha lah, okay? But double black is quite
I actually prefer kombucha more. Yeah. Cool.
So and also because like my kombucha is like bottled in like this way, so it's very easy to
Is it reusable? Like, do people send it back to you?
We actually take it back if people want it to return it to for us. Yeah.
So you have to just clean it up, sanitize.
Clean it up,
and refill. Do you get like a discount if you refill? If you give back the bottle?
50 cents a bottle.
Oh, okay,
So that's what we do all the time, lah. So
shit, man, dude, that's fucking crazy, way. I can't believe an idea can manifest that type of shit just over MCO. Then you think about it, and you just execute it. I'm never that type of guy. I just keep thinking like,
I think I does it that way because I was clueless lah, you know. I was just trying to do something lah. And also I think when it takes too much time to plan, then the plans never happen. You know,
Alright.
unplanned plans is always the best plan, right? Because the plan one is never happening.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. I mean like,
Is there any way, to innovate kombucha?
what do you mean
Like
innovate?
what-
To start off from nothing.
Now is a drink, right? You like mix it with food or something.
Oh, a lot of people does that. People like doing, you know, people take raw kombucha to put into their salad.
oh shit, I didn't know that.
You can actually use Scoby
Like a vinaigrette.
to use it as a mask on your face.
What the fuck?
Holy shit.
Then you can eat it after that. You start eating the mask because it's on your face.
yeah, some people does that. And then or like you can dehydrate the Scoby and then it'll be like a cracker.
No kidding, you can dehydrate that shit.
Yeah. You just need a dehydrator.
They
lah.
become like kerbau ikan, murku or something like that.
Yeah, it's like crackers lah. Basically crackers lah.
You don't remember Jason who came on the podcast? He was a bartender.
Yeah.
He's working with Pat now to do like cocktails with kombucha.
Oh, cool.
So they do that lah.
So you can have like kombucha to be served like as cocktail and mocktail.
Yeah.
But I actually don't like the ideas of like kombucha having in your cocktails or like mocktails lah. Okay, simply because right. Why we having kombucha is because of the health benefits. Okay,
Yeah. It's contra, right? It fucks your liver up, but you get vitamin C.
Antibodies.
Yeah, at least to me lah. Okay, the three main things, you know, antioxidants, vitamin C's, and also the probiotics. But when you actually mix it with like your cocktails and mocktails, like what do you exactly want from the kombucha content into your cocktails? Like you could have just used like flavors. Right,
True.
like you wanted a peach mocktails or something like that. You just use the morning syrups. You can just pump into it, and then if you want the fizziness, then you can just use soda water. Like, why do you want to mix kombucha into your cocktails? But I think a lot of people are doing that because you know it's cool, ma. Like,
cool.
kombucha
Cool.
cocktails, and also like people does like kombucha ice cream.
Oh shoot, they have kombucha ice cream.
Yeah. That's like kombucha
that
ice
sounds
cream.
cool.
Lah. I mean, I don't exactly like hate the idea. I just don't find it useful.
So you never do it?
No, I never do it. Because like, okay, when your yeast and bacteria, it goes down to like 0 degrees Celsius, then you all died off already.
Oh,
so
then
basically,
you won't
you are
even have
just
that.
trying to get the
flavor.
perhaps like people wanted to get the fermenty taste into the ice cream, then okay, I will buy that idea. But if it's like health thingy, then no lah.
Yeah, true. You got a point. A point. In the end, it's basically like you have rum ice cream, right? Same shit also, ma. You have the alcoholic fermenty taste.
Yeah.
Same shit anyway. Yeah.
Essentially,
got a point.
just drinks only lah. Because the idea of trying out a kombucha mocktail actually sounds pretty.
Right. And one more thing about like the kombucha. Okay, the insider thingy lah. Okay.
Go for it. Man.
Some juice.
Yeah, I just think
Sauce.
you know, like when kombucha, right? People try to make it fancy by having a lot of flavors. Say like pink guava, etc. Like what?
You also got watermelon, right?
He got a few only.
Right. Watermelon wasn't fancy, just watermelon.
Oh, okay.
So people try to like put a lot of like different
Atas
things
fruits, is it?
to mix it into the bottles, so it sounds good, ma. You know, that there's a lot of things in it. But I actually don't. I also don't buy that idea, lah. Okay, when you have like too much of, you only want a blend or like a mix when your things solely is not good enough. So that's why you come out with like so many things in like one bottles, and you don't exactly know how much is the content in that kombucha itself. Like say like people say like, oh, there's like actually pink guava and then peach inside, but
Kind of mask the flavor.
yeah, but if you are promoting your kombucha as a healthy drinks, right, then you shouldn't use something that is like artificial. So, like if someone claims their kombucha is like peach kombucha, right? Where the fuck do you get the peach? Like the peach itself is like it's like so expensive. Like you'll
Probably extract lah.
Exactly. It'll probably just be like the
Syrup.
syrups, correct? Where it defeats the purpose of like the vitamin C's from the fruits itself. It doesn't have it anymore. Lor.
Yeah.
But okay, some people want it just because of the flavors. Then that's
Yeah,
fine.
man.
Lah. But-
Actually, I'm guilty of that shit. I just love the fucking flavor, man.
correct.
Yeah.
But most of the sellers, they're actually promoting the health benefits and all. Like people are emphasizing on like oh, kombucha is healthy, but a lot of people are using like the artificial to brew their kombucha.
Dude, the QRA one is pretty sick though. They have it on tap, and then like you bring a bottle there, and you like
Wow kombucha lah.
and then you have like I think it was rose lychee flavor. Oh, that was so fucking good.
Right?
No, not in Publica. It was in
Bukit Tungku.
Bukit Tungku.
Bukit Tungku.
I see.
Yeah, it's pretty good, man. I liked it.
Yeah, I think Wow actually reviewed their brewing in a video before.
Who
Wow.
Who's Wow?
Wow kombucha. WILD.
Kombucha, I don't know.
It's a brand. It's brand. Yeah, it's a brand. They actually review like how they brew their kombucha and stuff like that.
Yeah, shit. Actually, you should have it on tap, bro. It'd be pretty sick. Like a beer thing.
Yeah.
Wow, you can like.
Because it's like beer already. Like
Yahweh,
yeah,
it's
actually
quite
it's
sick.
very cool. Yeah.
How, do you think there is a market, right, for alcoholic, like not alcoholic, like stronger kombucha where people can get a bit tipsy when they drink it? Do you think there's a market for it?
100%.
You shouldn't fit the stereotype. Okay, shut the fuck up, bro.
Yeah, so it will be like yes. Okay, so if it's like if it's like alcoholic, then it has to be very vibrant. No?
Vibrant, huh?
Yeah.
Bro,
So,
I'm not gonna lie, man. Right?
yeah, so that's the thing, no?
After downing that, right, I feel kind of like wow, kind of loose. I love it.
Right?
Yeah, I love it, man. I feel like there's totally a market for it. I remember I was like drinking with
There
Jen.
is.
Then I'm like, wow, so nice, so chill. Just sit down. You have a
I think
cigarette.
it depends on the occasion. Sometimes I like it like super vibrant.
Sometimes you like it light.
Yeah. And then sometimes I like it just refreshing. Like, I don't want the intense flavors in there.
It's
So
quite flexible because it's like kind of like the only drink you can have for breakfast, lunch, dinner,
Right.
and after dinner or whatever. Even like you wake at 6 a.m., you
Right.
can have like a bit of kombucha and then go for a run or whatever.
Right.
It's quite flexible.
Yeah.
Versus like coffee, right? Even at
Yeah.
dinner, you have coffee, you're like, bro, I
cannot
gotta,
sleep tonight lah.
can't sleep, but I'm so sleepy. So it's not so bad. But is there caffeine in kombucha? No, right?
Yes, there is.
Oh, there is, but it's just not that strong.
Okay, so it depends on like what tea you use. Because I use pu'er tea. So there is a very minimal amount of like caffeine lah. It's really just minimal.
Why did you decide on pu'er versus like the other types of teas? I'm sure like there's black tea.
Lah, and this lah.
Oh yeah, simply because I think local stuff. I mean, that's why I say like the Chinese kopitiam people use pu'er for their shit cha, correct? So I wanted the familiar taste in my kombucha, so that's why I use pu'er cha.
I see.
But I can always use black tea, like, your English breakfast tea, that kind of thing, whatever lah, whatever. You can always use like even green tea also can. Yeah, whichever tea. But I only stick to like one tea simply because the more variants you have, the harder you control your quality.
I see.
Because different type of tea, if you mix with, say like you have like green tea with strawberry, and then you have like pu'er with mango, but you never know like how green tea goes with mango, that sort of thing. So I just want to stick with like I have like one fix, and then the rest I'll just play with the fruits.
flavors,
The fruits, basically. The
So
fruits.
you master this. Basically, she's the master.
Yeah.
How did you decide on the flavors? Like
Yeah.
when you started on kombucha, right? And then like, if I'm not mistaken, on your menu you have like 4 different types.
Oh, I actually tried, like before settling down for like these types of flavors, right? I actually tried more than like 20 types of different fruits. So basically I just go to NSK. I go to NSK and then I'll see like what fruits is available. So I'll just pick the fruits and then I'll try ferment and then how does it taste like. So I think the good one, there's a lot lah, but the bad one, I think I once tried with honeydew.
Oh,
And
I
then
wanted to say, can you try honey?
Hey, honeydew sounds good, right?
Yeah.
it sounds good, right? It
Yeah.
sounds good, right?
Yeah,
But it doesn't come out as good lah. It just
kind of sounds weird.
yeah. And also I think honeydew, this style of even like honeydew or like peach, this style of fruits, like you need to get the really good one, the sweet one.
Yeah.
Then you
You
can
need the
ferment
smell.
well.
You need it to be hyong.
Yeah, you need the fragrance, correct.
Yeah, and
so
most
that's why,
fruits in Malaysia don't
That's
have
why
shit.
like pineapple always ferment well, like
Yeah.
because it's so
Watermelon
fragrant.
also got a bit of smell.
Watermelon, it's very watery lah,
But
And
it
then
has
it's
this, when you eat
the
the fruit
watermelon.
and you breathe out, there's that smell of watermelon. That's when you know lah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
How do you lock down those 4? Is it because you think it was the best, or did you like have a few friends over to try? Or?
because I sell a lot lah, and then people feedback lah. I got a feedback, and then those are the fruits that are easier to obtain also lah.
I see.
Consistently, like throughout the whole year, I can get them. But like how pomegranate, those kind of stuff, like
Wow, it's quite tough.
you can have it like this season and then don't have it next season, or even like mango. Like during the off mango season, then mango is like super expensive. But during the season, can be like $4.99 for a kilo.
Yeah.
And then off season will be like $10.99.
Oh, bloody hell.
That kind of thing lah.
Is durian kombucha possible?
You got speak nearer to the
Is
mic.
durian?
Oh, you actually never have that, right? That was like my special of the year. Actually does it this year.
You had a durian kombucha.
Okay,
I don't
so
know
durian
Andrew's not a fan of durian.
I don't know about
Right.
that. Honeydew I could buy. Durian is like,
Okay, let me tell you. So at first, right, I was very reluctant to durian kombucha. I mean, the combination of like durian.
It's quite
kombucha.
intense.
Yeah, I'll think like, wow, what am I getting from out of it? But because that time durian season, you know, so I was I just want to try out lah. You know, I just want to try how does it taste like. Surprisingly,
It's quite good.
it tastes fucking good. You know.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Okay, it tastes so
What
good.
type of durian did you use? D24? Did you use like
D18.
uh,
And then it has to be the 03 one, Lao Su.
what the fuck does that mean? What is 03?
like-
Old tree is good durian then.
oh.
Yeah, like they have like the younger and the older trees,
ones, I
think.
see.
Okay, I'm not an expert in like durian, but I use D18 lah. Okay, I use D18. Okay, so I use
Okay.
D18 and then
How do you extract that shit though? Like you gotta tear off all the meat, then you gotta like
that's
strain
what,
it.
That's what I do. So basically, I just take the durian out and I'll just take it out like one by
Peel.
one slice, lor, and then I just drop into the kombucha and then ferment. Lor.
With the seed.
Oh
No,
without
not
seed.
with the seed.
Just
The seed
the-
can't go into the bottle.
Oh, okay, okay,
not
okay.
with the seed. Yeah, just the flesh lah, the flesh. And then I just ferment. Surprisingly, it turns out so good.
In my mind, it doesn't
And
taste
then-
good, man.
Yeah,
Why?
in my
Yeah,
mind,
I
it
don't
doesn't
know, man.
taste good also.
Honeydew
yeah.
should taste better.
honeydew should taste good.
But honeydew not hyong.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you get the
honeydew
good
is
one,
like a
yeah.
bit, what is that called? Pale. More.
Yeah, it's quite flat.
Because it's Malaysian honeydew, them half as one.
Yeah, unless you get that Japanese shit.
Yeah, then it would be like,
Wow,
that,
then got like-
doesn't make sense, like, you know, too expensive to make a
Yeah.
kombucha.
Yeah.
You know, if your cost is like
Yeah, lor.
$7-8 to buy your fruits.
Then you buy the 200 ringgit honeydew from Japan, then you like
Yeah.
stupid right there. One.
Yeah.
What are the 4 flavors now you have in Scoby? Yeah?
Watermelon.
Original, watermelon mint, and then passion fruit and pineapple. So these 4 are the consistently the one I have it. And then for seasonal, I have it lemongrass and ginger, grapes, mango.
Wow, grape sounds so good.
Yeah, okay. Grapes is like super winey. It's
Yeah, I can
literally
tell
like
grape will be
how,
good.
Yeah.
Winey kombucha, which is very good also. But I don't have it all the time lah.
Literally wine.
Sounds like wine actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
speaking-
Sorry, literally wine.
Yeah.
So what about the durian one?
The
Because
durian
not
one-
in season already, bro.
yeah, not in season already, ma. Durian was like, wow, very. I think it's really good. Cause okay, surprisingly, you know, cause at first a lot of people is like, wow, durian kombucha, it will taste
It's a
like
stigma
shit.
you gotta fight though. It's kind of hard.
Yeah. Okay,
It's
people will
kinda
be
hard.
like, wow, it's gonna taste so bad. So that's why that time I only brew like I think 50 bottles. Okay, I limited to like
Limited
50
edition.
Surprisingly, after I finished sold out 50 bottles, and then people asked for it. So in total, like this year, I think I brew 200.
Wow, bro, you gotta
durian.
hit us up next
And then
time you
it's
get.
it's all sold out. You know, it's all sold out. So that's why it's like really good. I'm not even kidding. It's like
Got extra? Got extra?
don't have it.
Next round, next round.
Next year,
next year.
Next
Yeah.
But why don't you try Musang King then?
Hey,
Bro, because the cost to benefit ratio, it doesn't.
Cost benefit ratio.
Correct,
You-
correct. It's like why don't you like Australia strawberries that kind
sorry,
of thing
sorry.
like strawberry kombucha is really good also.
Yeah, it's quite mild.
I brew it at home to drink myself lah, but I don't sell it lah. Doesn't make sense ma.
Yeah,
You know?
true. Because you brew it for yourself, so it's okay. You gotta pay
Yeah.
for it anyway.
Bro, this guy throwing flavors there, but I can't even taste the flavors, man. Shit.
That's why you know kombucha is really interesting because you can literally ferment with anything.
Yeah, lor.
As long
Yeah,
as like
it's very versatile.
Yeah, correct. So like it's not a boring, you know, it's not just like one cup of like thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Not just beverage, like it's living beverage where you get to try out with a lot of flavors.
Yeah.
You can have like whatever herbs you want to throw in, then you try
Dude,
to
I got a
extract.
stupid question, right? But I remember my friend wanted to send me some Scoby. She's from Malacca. And then she was like, hey, you should go and try to make your own kombucha. And I was like, okay. Then after that, right, when I was going to do it, I was like, hey, can I just like use boh tea or some shit? Or can I just use like hojicha, like I get from Pokka, that shit? Can you just do that?
Okay, technically you can. Not hojicha.
Why not hojicha? Like, why not oolong? You know, like, you know those Pokka?
Oolong can.
Oh.
So okay, there is like certain types of tea you couldn't use because the tea itself have the bacteria.
Oh.
So it will fight against each other. But in general, all the roasted or like the dark teas is okay. But I tried hojicha, it fucked up.
Is it?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't exactly know why. I never did my research on that. I was just trying like, you know, hojicha sounds fun. You know, hojicha matcha kombucha.
Yeah.
Okay. If you find that in the market, right, it's not fermented like that with hojicha and matcha. People just chuck hojicha matcha on top.
Oh,
Okay, so
I
it's
see.
not authentic.
I see.
Okay.
Anything that is like fermented properly shouldn't be like that. Like you shouldn't chuck anything.
But
on
can
top.
you use like regular store-bought tea to just make?
Can.
Oh, you can. So you just
Bo
dump it
tea,
in?
I think can. Yeah, bo
Oh,
tea
bo
can.
tea.
Yeah, bo
Boti,
can.
Camera Island, bro, please. Huh?
Oh, so you can just like brew your tea
You
yourself?
can, yeah, you can even like any green tea also can.
Oh, is it?
But I don't have it that much. I didn't try that much of like teas.
Because I wanted to do it and I was like thinking, that's gonna like fuck up my Scoby and shit, right? Then I'm like, fuck it lah, I don't do it.
No. Basically,
It takes so long, bro.
Yeah,
Just leave it
Yeah,
there.
dude. That's an investment.
especially when you have like only a bit of like the ratio, it has to be like if you have like 1 to 10 basically the culture. So if you say your friend give you only like 100 ml of a culture, you only can brew like 1 liter.
Yeah, lor.
Maximum you can go. So if you go like 2 liters, then it will be the 30 liters that I got cross
You failed.
So it takes a lot of time to start building up the culture you know?
How do you think like you would educate like a lot of the Malaysians that haven't tried kombucha? Like, what would your advice be? Like, it's difficult to get into something that's so different, right? So polarizing.
Yeah.
It's kind of telling people who have never had sushi to tell, hey, you should eat raw fish, bro. You know, because kombucha I think is quite foreign in Malaysia, especially. How do you think you would give advice to people to just lean towards trying it?
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure both our experiences are the same, right? We preferred the sweeter end of kombucha. And I think it's a very Malaysian palate. But what do you think? How do you think you would like nudge people into that direction of trying kombucha?
Come to Scoby.
Come to Scoby. That's a great fucking answer, though. Then you just talk to Chester. Hey, Chester, bro, I want to try kombucha, but I don't know how. Like, which do you think? If let's say, are there any brands in supermarkets that you think you could like get it?
Beginner friendly.
Yeah, beginner friendly
I think
ones?
Chestea is like the most beginner friendly.
Chester is yours is so fucking beginner, bro. It's
yeah.
so easy to get into.
Like the legit. Okay.
bro, you guys speak nearer than the mic.
Okay. I think if you want to go to Jagros and buy, right, I think you can buy Wonder Brew. And then Wonder Brew, it has to be that flavor called Makisa.
Mikasa?
What the fuck?
That's exactly what I was gonna say, bro.
Mikasa.
Poighai has this fetish for Attack on Titan.
Do you watch anime?
No.
Oh, you don't watch anime?
I watch Naruto. That's
Oh,
it.
Later
bro.
we'll have a conversation.
Bro.
Capital
Wait,
K.
what's the brand called? It Wonder Brew, right?
Wonder Brew. Right.
Then Makisa.
It was the passion fruit one, basically.
Wonder Brew, Kombucha, Malaysia, Makisa.
Okay,
Is
I
this
think.
one?
Yeah, correct.
Okay,
I think
cool.
Wonder Brew is like literally the big boss of like Malaysia's kombucha, the local brew kombucha lah. They are like the leader lah. You can have it. They have it everywhere. They even got into 7-Eleven.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
Yeah,
Serious
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
ah?
I just want to
So,
say, until I've tasted your kombucha, which was like 2 weeks ago, I've never tried kombucha before.
I just want to say until today, if you ask me, hey, do you like kombucha? My answer would probably be no.
But
my
today,
my mind has been changed.
It's different.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah,
Thanks,
no,
man.
100%.
it's tough, bro.
It's changed. It's 100%. It's like honest review.
It's tough, bro, because it's a very new thing, right? Even coffee is kind of like, oh, bro, who haven't had coffee before? It's just new wave, so it's a bit different treatment only, ma, right?
Correct,
Like
correct.
tea also, tea's always been there, ma. Now you just add a bit of some fruits or some like jelly inside it. So kombucha is quite different, bro.
I think kombucha, I mean, at least to my brew, I think kombucha really just tastes like soda.
Yeah, like
Juice with soda.
Yeah.
And then with a bit of like the
kick.
the fermenty kind of
yeah.
taste, which I think everyone can afford. I mean,
appreciate.
to appreciate. But okay, some people really doesn't like the fermenty thingy. So I mean, so that's why kombucha is like durian lah. Some people like it. I will take it that way lah.
I think
so,
the ferment taste is a very hit or miss, right?
yeah. It's a hit or miss.
Were you off put by the smell?
This one, no. Generally, yes.
Quite intense.
But also like smelling and like drinking is like really two different,
Very
right?
different. Very
Because
different.
a lot of like my customer come back to me and then be like, oh, as soon as I open the smell, oh, I cannot. And then they drink it and then it's like, oh, surprisingly it tastes so good. So I think it's really
It's like tao fu, you know? It's like you only know it's good when you eat it.
Correct.
Tofu is garbage.
So tofu is mainly tofu, is it?
Yeah.
It's bad, man. What you
Tofu
mean?
is garbage. It's not even edible.
Yeah, it's bad, man. I don't know how you're
Right, Chop.
like. You know,
I love all types
I
of
go to
food.
Taman Konat. I want to even walk to the place. I cannot even reach it,
bro.
man. You know, there's like sound barrier. You know, yeah, literally sound barrier, man. That shit, man.
No, I
But
think it's
there was
different.
smell, man. It's kombucha. I didn't really had a very strong.
It's a little bit
Mild,
of
it's mild, yeah.
vinegary smell. Have you heard of this brand called Vinic Plus? No. Never heard of it? Vinic Plus used to sell like vinegar drinks that
Okay.
tasted very similar to kombucha. They had like a Nangka mango flavor, which was like brilliant. Yeah.
Okay.
I've been trying to find like Nangka flavored drinks. It's so hard, bro. Nangka is so rare.
But talking about like kombucha, right? I mean, like, sorry, fermentation, right? There's a lot of like beverage can be fermented. Even your ginger beer, I actually
yeah.
I did ginger beer also, but
Oh
it's just,
shit, you had ginger beer?
yeah, I did ginger beer at home last time lah. But it was just way more commitments than like kombucha because you need to feed the ginger bud every day.
Bro, dude, I went to Japan with Poighai and we had like ginger beer in Kyoto. It was fucking amazing, bro.
Oh yes, ginger beer was damn good.
Bro, it was fucking good. You had ginger beer for yourself or in Scoby?
I had myself.
Fucking
Yeah,
hell.
too much commitment for that.
It's a lot of work, bro.
Yeah, you need to feed every day, you know, until like they are full. Then you can slow down a bit. Then you need to start feeding again, or else they will just die off.
Yeah.
The bacteria lah.
The bacteria. Also, like, you know, what's it called? The pineapple. You can ferment with just pineapple skin also.
Huh?
Oh my god, what's that called? It's very famous. Pineapple. Can I just Google search?
Bro, just Google, bro.
What's famous?
like-
What's famous?
I feel like this whole conversation is almost like a science, man.
Bro, this is
Like, you need to understand
the.
the fucking chemistry of shit and how bacteria interacts with
Oh, it's
dude.
called tepache.
How you spell that?
What the hell is that?
Tepache.
Tepache.
Is that a French word?
Some Japanese name.
Teposh? Teposh?
Tepache.
Tekosh.
I don't know, man. I was gonna say some Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Hey.
What is it again? It's basically a type
It's
of drink.
basically fermented with pineapple
skin.
lah.
Is
Yeah.
it patin, is it?
What?
What?
Never mind, ignore.
What patin?
I know in the US they ferment, not ferment, they pickle watermelon skins to eat.
Actually, a lot of
Yeah,
things can be ferment, and then you actually fermenting, right? It's like enhancing the flavors.
Yeah, but like it's fermenting the flavors, but it's like a different totally flavor profile already, lah, bro.
Correct.
You know,
correct.
it's like you're getting something different out of it.
Yeah.
It's more a preservation method, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's how I understand it. to
Yeah,
be.
that's what fermentation is all about, right? But I think like getting the kombucha is kind of like getting to something new. Like the first time you have kimchi, then you smell it, you're just like, whoa.
Oh yeah, kimchi is another type of
fermented,
like
though.
fermentation.
Yeah, it's
also.
because you're used to it, and then you love SNSD, and then
Fermented
you're like,
food,
I want to be part
like
of that Korean
cheese.
culture.
Yeah, bro. All about
Yeah,
that.
but kombucha is different because kombucha is kind of like started in the West.
Kombucha is what? Japanese
No,
or what?
no. It was started in it was origin in China.
Bro, everything is origin in China. It's just that China don't want to talk about that shit. Because China's all about that. I keep that knowledge to myself and fuck the world. That's why. It's only in the US, it's just like, hey, bro, I found out in China they make some kombucha. They have to like, oh my god, it tastes so good. And then they spread the world. Then China's like, hey, actually, I start that one first. That's how it always starts. It's like paper.
Yeah.
You know, paper is.
Yeah.
Okay, no,
Yes,
wait. But back in
papyrus,
the days,
papyrus.
right, before it was like packaged in like this way, like a
Yeah.
bottle water by obviously the Western culture lah.
Yeah.
It used to be like
Ribena packet.
maybe your grandparents does that. It's like a tank, you know.
Yeah, it's a tong
people,
one.
people ferment in a big tank until you know how easily it will get cross contaminated. That's why people stop doing it. Yeah, it used to be like that. In like a big tank, people just take and drink.
Yeah, lor.
And
Actually,
then-
Japanese do that also for the ume, the plum. They do the
Which is also fermented, right?
which is also fermented.
Bloody hell,
it's
everything's
like
fermented,
the
yeah,
tuak lah, the rice,
Oh,
rice
bro.
wine.
Have you had toddy?
Toddy is an Wait.
No, you never had
no,
toddy,
no.
bro.
What's
You gotta
Toddy
go
is
toddy, bro.
Intense with the capital I.
Yeah, toddy is this coconut thing. Okay, so you go to Klang, right? You go further, it's a place called Banting.
A lot of Indian
Banting.
one.
Yes, there's a lot of Indians there. But in Banting, they have this tree. So in the coconut, right, when you cut off the coconut, there's the... Okay, so coconut is attached to the stem, right? So what happens if you cut off the coconut, there's going to be like juice that comes out.
Correct.
So what they do is, legit, right? They teach a monkey, right, how to tie a string, right,
Okay.
around that thing that the coconut was plucked off.
Okay.
So after the monkey plucks the coconut, he'll tie that string, and that's when all the sap, right, will get like stored, you know. After that, right, when it's stored, right, they'll teach the monkey, right, to climb up there. Or sometimes it's really a person, but the monkey will go up there and like collect it for them.
Oh wow.
Okay, so I knew all of that. I just didn't know it was done by a monkey.
Bro, that's fucking crazy, right?
What the hell?
Yeah,
bro?
they
That
train
makes it 10x more impressive.
Yeah, because they just feed the monkeys and the monkeys just do it for you. Be like, oh shit, if I do this, I get food. So they teach the monkey how to do
Right,
that.
right.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. So what that does is basically that sap, you keep it in like those 100 plus plastic bottle, which is ghetto as fuck, and then you just leave it. And the longer you leave it, the more intense it gets.
Yeah.
So if you just drink it immediately, it tastes like Yakult or Vitagen,
Yeah.
the white color flavor, white and gold one. But after you leave it for like 5 minutes and it's exposed to oxygen, right, it already tastes like almost like beer, Then you leave it for like 15 minutes, it tastes like sake already. You leave it for half an hour, right? You're gonna go like you basically go blind. It's so intense because you just black out. You won't go blind lah, but you just basically so intense the alcohol flavor. I've kept it in the fridge before for 24 hours. Fucked up the fridge, but then like that one I cannot even drink. And it's pure white and it's watery, but the longer you leave it, it becomes thicker and more like it looks like cum, bro.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, I was waiting for someone to say it.
It's so intense. Yeah.
I've never drink toddy.
Oh shit! Serious?
Wow.
I'm Indian.
And you're the
myself.
Indian, bro.
Yeah, I'm the Indian one.
I don't know. You should go and try it, but it's quite far off though in Bunting.
Okay.
It's like a 45
Can
minute
they
drive.
do toddy kombucha or something?
I don't know.
I think you have a lot
I just
of
thought we
Indian
were on the topic
markets,
of
man.
fermentation, but this is like minutes, bro. You leave it out there, and it becomes like a strong ass alcohol.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
You know? So what's the future of Chestea?
Yeah.
What's the future of
Yeah.
Chestea?
Before we go to our final question.
Wow, I already know what's that question.
What's if I
Actually, we have two more questions, but yeah, go for it.
What's the future of Chestea?
Yeah.
I'll probably see it in all of the cafes I own.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. And to be honest, no idea. I think
Bro, it's okay to say I don't know.
Yeah,
A lot of people think they know.
I pretty much use up all my mental to start up the business. Already. I think I need more inspiration, like going out and stuff like that, to find out like the exact directions of like.
Dude, you're so young,
business
man.
itself.
There's
Yeah.
plenty of shit out there.
Yeah,
To
Yeah,
bro.
I think I have-
1997, man.
Look at them.
I think I have finished
Shit.
using up all my even like creative and things like that onto it already. So I'm just letting it run for now, lah. You know, just running it as
It's respectable, bro. Like you start something like that.
right. And
Gotta relax, like, gotta recuperate.
Gotta go holiday. Go explore the world. Find new kombucha. Open your mind.
But if anything, don't make a cafe in OEG. It's pretty jam already.
nah.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm probably not going there, man.
Dude, actually, are you from like Booch Jalil area or what?
Yes, I grew up in Happy Garden.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
No
Happy
wonder.
Garden.
You went Sentosa, is it?
No. Okay.
Saltana.
No.
Wait,
Wait. Okay, so I was in Chain Mall, PJ Old Town.
Bro,
So
what
that's
the
why
fuck, so far?
Exactly.
Why are you doing that?
I don't know. I think like back in the days, my mom think like the KL schools are not good, lah. That's why I was sent to the PJ school.
So let me
you're
drive
good for
15 minutes from KL to the border of PJ.
primary school, lah. Okay. So after primary school, you know, like how they send you to PJ back to PJ, like PJ school. So that's why I was sent to Abdul Samad. So I was a PJ kid, but I stay in Sri Petaling, and then I go tuition in Sri Petaling. So I was pretty much the PJ and the KL kid, lah. yeah.
Interesting.
But I
Wow,
grew up
very
in
unique.
like Sri Petaling. I'm pretty familiar with like OUG, Sri Petaling, Happy Garden.
Booch Jalil.
Even
Yeah.
Taman Desa.
Yeah. Oh.
And then I was in, Asunta PJ lah. That
Oh shit.
That
The roundabout area there.
that whole area lah. Catholic High School, Abdul Samad, Jaya 1, until Jaya 1 lah. Not so much about like the DJ DU side lah. Yeah, the Damansara, Bandar Utama.
Yeah, the one all atas crowd. What was your question after that?
My last question.
No. Oh, okay. I don't know. Actually, I wanted to ask for advice in terms of like people who are interested, who want to go into kombucha making. I don't know, what kind of advice would you give to people who want to go into kombucha, or at least like for home brewers? I'm
Okay.
pretty sure if like you want to make your own kombucha, what's good advice?
I think if you wanna learn how to brew kombucha or even make it at home, just try to brew. No shortcuts. Don't take shortcuts. Basically, just do it the authentic ways.
I'll probably fuck up
and
if I-
then use the legit ingredients, and just like that.
You should do a class, bro. Like some kind of Facebook live shit.
Yeah,
Some
man.
TikTok how to kombu,
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I thought about it, but it's just that
It's a lot of effort.
a lot of effort lah. I don't have the. Okay, I actually run coffee class, so I teach. Coffee.
Oh shit. Okay.
I teach like coffee 101 lah. Foundation.
What, at
that kind.
Scoby?
Yeah. So like on Tuesday it's like actually my off day, right? So like if anyone's who's interested in like learning coffee, then you can just ping me.
Hey, that
and
sounds
then
great, man.
I'll
Shit.
Do you charge?
Yeah, of course I do.
How much you charge per
It's
class?
like 200 a person and then 350 two person. But I only can run like a
Small.
two person class lah, basically.
On Tuesday?
But that was like on Tuesday. So but that was like just a side thing lah,
Yeah,
Cafe
yeah,
off
yeah.
day, so I can do it that thing.
Oh, how long was the class?
About like 3 hours. Plus minus.
Sweet. Bro,
It
after
was
that 3 hours, you'll be like,
Yeah. It's actually very tiring to teach,
yeah.
I just had like my last class like I think a week ago or like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it was exhausting lah, basically. And somehow it's on my off day, so
Yeah.
you know,
The process is exhausting or the person was exhausting?
Both. Cannot say.
Let's just say the process.
The process.
No, because there's difficult customers, right? Sometimes when you work with people, clients, it's not exactly the perfect scenario. Right. And they already paid you money, so they expect a certain...
But also because I'm like, I wasn't a certified instructor, okay?
Yeah.
So I don't teach according to like certain syllabus. I try to tell you as much as like
your experience,
my experience, and also like the things that you don't get to know as like a customers from a barista point of view, okay? So that's why I tend to talk a lot of, if you teach by syllabus, you just need to follow, right? Then you can be ended quickly.
Then you end like a Malaysian.
But mine is like a sort of like a sharing kind of teaching, that sort of style. That's why it always drag longer than it should be.
I think it's actually a better experience because people learn from your experience.
Yeah, so it's very raw, because I started by myself. I mean, like I learned coffee by myself. So I think I get to teach you not just the surface thing. I teach you the real thingy. But okay, making kombucha, just stay authentic. Just use the legit ingredients.
Is there a website that you can go to like follow the instructions? Like, do you recommend anything, or you just?
I just watch YouTube.
Just watch a lot of YouTube.
Just YouTubes, and then
they probably have a good indicator actually. Yeah, because you can actually see it. Because I think when you read it, sometimes you don't see the color of the kombucha.
Right.
Whereas on YouTube, you can kind of see, oh shit, gone bad already.
And just don't use syrups. Don't
use syrup.
It's a very bad thing. I mean,
that's a shortcut.
It's contrary to the
that's the shortcut. Okay, so basically, right, first ferment, second ferment, right?
Yeah.
So if people wanted to push their volumes and be quick, right, people could just bottle up first ferment and then they pump flavor in. So you still get the flavors there. But except like it can't be ferment properly, it might be flat because the syrups is like so concentrate where
then you taste like
it cannot be break down by the yeast itself. So it's something like that.
Okay.
But of course, if you just solely want the flavors, how does it? But also it doesn't taste like the real kombucha if it doesn't ferment properly. So just try not to do that.
Don't take shortcuts.
If you really wanted the flavors, then just go and buy soda water, put flavors in. Done. Doesn't need to go through the lengthy process to fuck it up after that. Yeah. After like 14 days, then you just screw up.
Talking about screwing up, right? Screwing things, right?
Wow.
Nice.
So
thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah. So if there is 2 anime characters you would want to smash, which character would it be?
That I wouldn't smash.
Yeah. not kill, but potentially have intercourse.
Wow.
Wow. But I need to watch like Naruto.
Just okay, bro.
One of the 2 anime girls I want to smash is from Naruto.
Tsunade.
Yeah, bro.
Tsunade.
You know how he calls
it? Then this Chester's looking at me like, nigga, this guy's sexual preferences, right, are freaking weird, dude. So freaky deaky.
Bro, Tsunade, bro.
I'm trying to think what are the characters. There's like Hinata.
Yeah.
Smashable.
Safe choice.
Sakura?
100%.
Yeah. Dangerous choice. She might smash you.
Yeah, I know. Wrong way. So what 2 character? Very important question, bro, I think. It's a very important question.
Wow, that's some time.
Yeah, bro.
Shit, you want me to list some Naruto characters?
Yes, I actually need that.
Okay. So there's Ino. There's a very smashable one. The one that Ino, the blonde hair one. That teams up with Shikamaru and...
yeah.
There's Ino.
Okay,
Ino is a prime choice.
Okay.
That's Justin's choice. Then, Then there's Tenten, which is like...
If you want to smash the low-key
Tenten is good.
Tenten
you do Tenten.
Tenten is good. I'm all about the Tenten line.
I'm all about... Actually, I prefer the more aggressive, like Temari Tsunade type, but Yeah.
Okay, Tenten. I'll do one Tenten.
I'll do one Tenten.
I'll do one Tenten.
We have... I'll do one Tenten, nice. We have Kurone.
Kurenai is pretty dope.
Kurenai is kinky, bro.
Yeah, Kurenai is kind of creepy.
Yeah, she'll stare at you, and plus she's a kid. I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know. Like,
there's quite a number of chicks, but I just cannot list them.
Hinata, Sakura, Tenten, Ino.
Look outside the village, bro.
Then there's
You want the Mizukage?
Oh, Mizukage is dope.
Yeah.
Did you finish watching or reading Naruto? Or you only to a certain point?
I skip a bit.
Okay.
But I finished the Naruto,
okay.
not Boruto.
The younger one, when Naruto was young, you finish it.
But I watched past Shippuden also.
Oh, okay.
How about what's that girl name? Hina.
Hima, like what?
Zabuzas.
Oh, Haku.
Haku.
Haku's a guy, dude.
I know. I wanted to try him out. I wanted to test him out.
Fucking gross. Poighai is so fucking gross. No,
Tenten,
you know Hanabi, Hinata's sister.
Yeah.
Dude, actually, right, in Boruto, she's fucking hot, bro.
I never see that. I need to see
Serious
right
shit.
now.
I see that
Dude,
also.
serious shit. She's fucking hot in
I just
Boruto.
read Boruto.
She's fucking hot, bro. She's Boruto's auntie, right? Where she's like, bro, she mad hot. Put that shit up on the fucking screen, bro.
Oh, bro, she kind of reminds me of an angry version of Naruto, though. I mean, Hinata, though.
Yeah, kinda. But that's my kink. I don't know. You only like Tenten, right?
Tenten,
That's
lah.
quite sad, bro.
I think, yeah. What?
What about Dragon Ball? Like, do you watch any other anime?
No, I don't.
Oh, just Naruto only.
Yeah, yeah.
How the fuck you started watching Naruto?
This
all
guy
of a sudden, bro?
97 years old, bro. That's why. Bro, I mean, 97 years old. 97.
I watched a bit of like Bleach and then.
Oh, Bleach
but
also you
No,
watch
no, no. But
Masmoto.
it was like just a bit, like literally a bit because it was on the TV.
Orihime is kind of hot.
Orihime is
and then-
mega hot, bro.
Oh, One Piece. One Piece. Oh, what's the girl in One Piece?
Robin
Nami.
or Nami?
Nami.
Okay, so you're all about the Nami and Tenten, huh?
Nami.
Very big contra, huh?
Yeah, Nami is like,
Huge
but
ass.
Tenten's kind of like,
Preference.
Keep your options open.
Balance,
yeah?
ah.
Balance, balance.
man.
One flat is justice, bounce is justice. You know
But
what I'm
why?
saying?
What's with that question though?
So that's just something I always ask people.
Oh,
at the
random
end.
random.
Yeah, random ass question.
it's funny because we didn't want to say the question, but we still ask the question all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I don't even know why we do that. We just fucking say
Oh, because I still remember there was one episode we couldn't think what to talk, and then we like, which anime girl you want to smash? And then it
no,
sort
it's
of,
3 wishes and an anime girl you want to smash.
and then it sort of became.
Then we all just like, hey, bro, actually the best one is learning anything instantly. Then everybody same wish after that.
So it sort of become like the things I always ask every guest after that.
Yeah.
So thank you for your 10-10 right there, man.
Okay,
I give you a 10 out of 10 score right there.
10 and who again? What's the second girl?
Nami.
Nami. Oh,
Nami is solid. Bro.
Nami. Bro, Nami's tits, right, actually flat one. Then as time goes by, huge.
Wow, I need to remember her face. I can't even remember.
What?
It's for
People remember the tits, not the face, bro. What are you talking about?
It's okay.
It's alright. Alright, okay. Thank you so much, Chester, for your
Thanks,
time.
man.
I think we had a really good time. Thanks for the drink as well. Guys,
Thanks for the Scoby.
Alright, no worries.
remember support our matcha. You want to taste really good, authentic kombucha? Go to
Eat some Scoby.
Wanna
Just
eat
come
some
to
Scoby?
Scoby.
Come to Scoby.
Eat some Scoby.
In Kombucha Jalil.
Very good, affordable. Parking, no problem, free some more.
Actually, the tarts and the cookies are good too. Forgot to mention that. We were speaking about it before the
Alright,
podcast.
shout out to Ben.
Yeah, shout out to Ben.
Thanks, Ben.
respect.
And Bernard, might as well.
Okay.
Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Love you long time.
I need like to go toilet. Holy fuck.